Hello everyone, I am Aditya Guru, roll number 2001062, and my topic is India's debt pile. Now we all know that coronavirus has pushed underprivileged in the country to the brink, and India is facing a mammoth task of striking the right balance between economic growth and the resulting debt pile. GDP has already contracted by 23.9% in Q1, and the combined debt of center and states is projected to cross rupees 166 lakh crores in financial year 21. Though the government has announced a package of rupees 20 lakh crores for stimulating growth, it is deemed to be too low, and given the negative impact of the debt burden, constructive capital expenditure is likely to be affected, and it is likely to result in increase in the borrowing cost of the economy. India's debt to GDP ratio is estimated to shoot up to 87.6% from current levels of 72.72% due to this borrowings and also due to decrease in GDP. And it's not too long before the debt position turns precarious, with already rupees 100.18 lakh crores comprising of both internal and external liabilities. State governments have also shown increase in their liabilities from rupees 22.45 lakh crores in financial year 13. Total borrowing of states is budgeted to increase to almost 60 lakh to rupees is budgeted to increase to almost rupees 60 lakh crores by financial year 21. The interest cost of servicing debt is impacting budget decisions too, and interest payments have taken a large chunk of the centre's revenue expenditure since 2017, ranging anywhere between almost 26 to 30%. Also, for the states, expenditure towards servicing interest on the existing loans has ranged between 11 to 20% of the revenue expenditure. All this has resulted in the reduction of capex, and it has affected growth substantially. Now this whole situation sounds of a debt trap in the making, and the center and states have shown consistently high fiscal deficit over the past few years. In fact, to service this, the interest on this fiscal deficit on the loans taken, government is resorting to taking new loans, and it is worsening the debt pile that is already there. And while many economists have termed the current debt levels to be sustainable, it has to be kept in mind that almost a fourth of budget expenditure goes towards interest payment obligations, as India has historically borrowed at a higher cost as compared to Western countries like US and other European countries. Now, RBI has time and again intervened to keep the borrowing cost low. Recently, it resorted to Operation Twist, which focused on lowering long-term yields and decreasing long-term borrowing costs. But given the high fiscal deficit, it has had limited success, and the cost of borrowing for private companies is not likely to decrease substantially. Also, supply side problems had been persistent in the economy even before the lockdown, and businesses were unwilling to expand. And now that lockdown has only worsened the situation, it has resulted in supply side as well as demand side problems, and people have very little in their hands to meet their have very little income in their hands to meet their needs, and leave alone indulge in the discretionary spending. So the easiest of the things that the center would take to ease out the challenges would be controlling populist measures and freebies like farm loan waivers, electricity subsidies, and increase in infrastructure development. And instead, it should resort to increase in infrastructure development projects. And the second is about usage of foreign exchange reserves. Now, we all know that Manrega has been a pioneering scheme in altering the course of rural development projects, and it's high time that sufficient focus is laid on this scheme, which could potentially boost demand, as rural areas comprise almost 65% of India's 1.3 billion population. It would also create income for the deprived ones and provide a huge boost and impetus to the country's infrastructure in the pursuit of becoming global manufacturing hub. And also, India has to exercise cautious approach in using its forex reserves. Though it has learned lessons from the balance of payment crisis, it has to make prudent use of its existing forex reserves, which have touched an all-time high due to reduced oil demand globally, and also due to a reduction in India's oil imports due to lockdown. Fiscal deficit has already soared to 4.6% of GDP, and center is set to miss the target of 3% of GDP, and thus rolling out populist measures would be a risky proposition instead of taking structural reforms. So these are the two measures that government should resort to. First is the focus on infrastructure development projects, and second is usage of forex reserves. Now, to conclude, the country is at a critical juncture in its developmental course, and it should not risk losing momentum as it has done quite in the past, and should tread cautiously on the risk of getting trapped into a debt spiral. Thank you.